Every Nigerians have continued to, send their tribute and condolence to the family of Sommie. Of course, the incident is very, very traumatizing and not a very, very good one. A very sad one. A young lady of that age, a promising young woman with a very bright future. Of course, you can see the heights she has attained to herself, and it's not just a pain to the family of the deceased, but also to the entire nation. Anyway, let's take condolence. Let's hear what Kenneth Okonkwo has to say about this lady and to the family, and then of course we'll hear from Arise.
I was traumatized. You will not understand. One man that lost his child said losing a child is like somebody pulling your tooth without analgesics.
Yeah.
You will never understand. When I lost my younger brother, that I was like a father to, I've not recovered from it till today. Paul Madabrochukoko. You will not understand losing a child. When that man described that thing, you will be able to understand the trauma. When I saw the father of this lady, he couldn't talk because of the trauma.
Yeah.
29-year-old lady with such level of promise. A learned gentleman. You know, we have ladies at the bar. A learned gentleman, my learned friend, at 29. The parents invested a lot into this lady. They have seen her future. Beautiful and brilliant. She was not sick as to prepare anybody that she's the pattern.
At all.
And just like that, went to bed full-fledged, beautiful queen with brilliance and brains and dreams intact, only to wake up in the morning for the parents to get a call. She was not in active duty. She was not fighting Boko Haram or insurgency as to prepare anybody that anything can happen. And your daughter is dead. Because of insecurity, I was traumatized because it reminded me things I didn't want to remember. You should not pray to lose a child or anybody that has ever been like a child to you.
The very painful one.
It was me, the way I'm feeling, I can imagine the way the parents of if the government has any modicum of kindness, you should be sending people every day to the parents of this young lady to be psychologists, to be making them to understand that life has not ended, because they might be thinking that they might lose interest in this life. 29 years, such a paragon, such a beauty, such a brilliant film, because there are certain jobs you can only do when you're brilliant, because everybody's watching you. It was a very ugly experience. May I use this opportunity to extend my heartfelt condolences to the family of Somto Chupumadoago. Sommie. It's heartbreaking. And I'm a public affairs analyst. Keep meeting the lives of this kind of lady, and we appreciate their intelligence. Let me extend my condolences to her family, to her parents. Can you imagine how young the parents are? They might even be my age, don't know. Then to the Arise television station, I am like a family to the Arise TV station, and it's traumatic. It was. I am hurting because apart from being a lawyer, which is relatable to me, she's also in the media, which is also relatable to me.
Yeah.
So this is what is called irreparable and irreplaceable loss. May such a thing not happen to any family. May it not happen to my worst enemy. May God console this family. May God console Nigeria. Oh Lord God of replacement, even though as men, please find a way to replace such a loss to this family in the name of Jesus. It is terrible. May God grant us well.
All right, we have heard from Kenneth Okonkwo. A lot of persons have continued to express a very sad, moment at this ugly event. Anyway, let's now take a watch and hear what the police officer has to say as regarding the incident, and let's just get a little detail from the police officer from Arise channel. Let's take a watch.
Federal Capital Territory Police Command, CP Ajawo Adewale, has extended his heartfelt condolences to the family, friends, and colleagues of Ms. Somtochukwu Christel Maduagu, describing the incident as a cruel and senseless act that has no place in a sane society. The Commissioner of Police assured Nigerians that the command remains fully committed to ensuring that justice is served. He now joins us to shed more light on security challenges leading up to Sommie's death and what the FCT Police Command is doing to ensure safety in Nigeria's administrative capital. Good morning, sir, and thank you for joining us on the program this morning.
Good morning, Oji. Happy Independence Day.
Thank you. Happy Independence Day. While some people celebrate today, many are mourning. I'd like for you to help us understand the circumstances surrounding Sommie's death. Can you provide more details about the circumstances of the armed robbery that led to Sommie's death? What can you tell us about the preliminary investigations conducted so far? Also, has the command identified any suspects or persons of interest at this stage? Are there any leads being pursued?
Thank you so much. Let me start this way. FCT Command, once again, commiserate with the family of Sommie. Arise News family, entire Nigerians that are reasonably touched with this ugly incident. It was indeed a sad one. Very disturbing indeed. Regarding the circumstances surrounding the incident, to set the record straight, some hoodlum, armed robbers specifically, gain access into unique apartments where Sommie lives. A twin 3-story, 18-flat apartment around the Girishiri end of Katampe under Mabushi divisional area. At this point in time, 2 guards were on duty, security men. These are private guard. And one of them, who had the courage to challenge, sustained a gunshot. Under this condition, you know the panic that will have resulted from this kind of environment. Sommie actually occupied an apartment on the topmost floor of the building. And out of the fear, she jumped down from that 3rd story, the top floor. The consequences is what we are seeing. It's so sad, so unfortunate.
Well, have you seen?
At last, this rescue was ready to the command control room. Policemen moved to the scene. What they could see, the unconscious body of Sommie on the floor. They picked her there and then and took her to my Tama General Hospital, where the doctor on duty try as much as possible to see whether they can resuscitate her using the CPR. It's unfortunate. He couldn't make it. And that was the story. But what are we doing at our end here? We've set up a specific investigation team headed by the Deputy Commissioner of Police Investigation, with all the tactical components required to unravel the whole situation with a view to tracking down the culprit responsible for this dastardly act. The leads we're already working on it. No stone will be left unturned to ensure that the perpetrators are tracked and brought to justice. And the result of the investigation will be made known to Nigeria. That is the situation for now.
Okay, so it was your men who took our darling Sommie to the hospital while she was unconscious. And, you know, there were reports about the fact that she might have been needing some identification before treatment was administered to her. We had a correspondent on ground with that report as well. But I also know that in your press statement, you mentioned deploying intelligence and, you know, operational assets. What specific measures has the command put in place now to track down these perpetrators? And also want to know if this incident was an isolated incident, or have there been similar armed robbery cases in that area, that Katampe area, recently?
Okay, the FCT residents are witnesses to the success we have been recording in the recent past. In those days, Gishiri axis used to be a troublesome zone.
but that was in the far past. To God be the glory. FCT Command is particularly saddened with this incident that occurred on the night of 28th or 29th of September, because the month of September was a month of major operational breakthrough for FCT Command, with arrest, neutralization of bandits, recovery of weapons, arms and ammunition. Monday was to be a day we were to celebrate that one with a press briefing with our media team. Unfortunately, this sad incident neutralized everything, and everybody was so disturbed. So even in the most advanced world, security breach is something that could occur once in a while. But the thing is that how do we respond swiftly to the challenge? And that's what we are doing. That is what we are concerned with. Remaining focused to ensure that perpetrators are fished out and brought to justice. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Commissioner, thank you so much for your good work. It was said that they called the police and the police did not respond on time, also in that instance. So what's the response time on the police? And I'm really excited to hear this, your account, because we have not seen a note bearing the preliminary investigation by the police. We just saw a condolence message. So we want a detailed note so that we even know what we're dealing with, where we are thus far with the investigation, and where we need to go. But they said they called the police. The robbery happened at around from 3 a.m., but the response time of the police was appalling. What's supposed to be the response mechanism by the Nigerian police?
Thank you so much, Rufai. See, the situation is this. When we are talking of response time, it's a function of several factors. All right? When was the call made to the police? Where was the location of the police team as at that point in time? What is the proximity? What is the nature of environment we are contending with? Okay? These are the factors that determine what time the police will arrive there. Okay, take note. These are developing areas with streets that are not numbered. It's happening in so area. You need to place this one on the Google and see how you can navigate to that environment. These are things that determine when the police will get to their location. See, something happening in Mabushi. That area might be closer to Maitama than to Mabushi. But when we are raising concern to Mabushi division will be moving. It's on the basis of on proximity rule. So division move to the location. I think as at that point in time, the police got to that place 20 minutes after 3.
All right.
And the deed has been done.
All right, so thank you. It's just because of our time.
Hello?
Yes, can you hear me, Commissioner?
Okay, I'm with you.
All right, thank you. Because of our time, let me ask you. A resident in that area said that within 3 months, about 8 estates have been robbed in that district alone. So we appreciate the fact that there will be investigations conducted in this particular incident, but how about the others that have happened? Have investigations been done? Perhaps if we had reports around that or security had been reinforced, we would not have this situation happen. So can you please share with us investigations that have happened for, around that area with security concerns? Very briefly, sir.
Thank you. When incident happens, you see so many theories coming up. In terms of presence and feasibility, I think Mabush is one area that's heavily covered by police presence. But these are developing, spreading area where you see buildings in the suburb coming up. You understand? All these are things being attended to, right? So the report that about 8 robbery incident that happened around that environment, look, my record does not support that. And for every action that takes place, police take immediate reaction to address the situation. And that is what we are doing. And that is what we continue to do.
Well, all right, you have heard it from the Commissioner of Police. Everybody keep bringing up different stories. Of course, we know that there must be a defense at this point. But thank God this is coming up, and this is going to really be an eye-opener. Because I like to also bring it to the notice of the public and the commissioner that, you see, this incident keep happening. Just like the last commenter just said, how about that a resident, in that area have said that such an incident has occurred about 8 times, within that same vicinity. Now, this come to limelight because of the person in question that is involved. So you see, this is what Nigerian masses keep suffering, not just in that Maitama axis. What about the areas like Gwagwalada axis, the other parts of Abuja municipal? These are the issues. I think to this end, the police need to work up. Yes, they need they need to work up. They need to, work on their men, work on their timing, work on a whole lot of things. You know, I don't want to divert to the subject matter, but the truth is that a whole lot has been around the police in the recent time as well as not having a very, very good record. You know, we see police harassing people on the road, the motorists and all of that. So let's not just go into that. But what regarding the security, and properties of the people, I think this is the job of the police. So the commissioner, this is not time to play defense or to hide under any shade of, I think they should walk up. There's an urgent need for a serious, uh, uh, training and working on the police, not just in FCT, in every area of the nation. Anyway, thank you very much, CP, for sharing the information with us. We hope that at some point, the next other time, you'll be able to give us a blueprint of your investigation so far, and perhaps the perpetrators of this evil act would have been, brought to justice. I think that is what every Nigerians want to hear and want to see. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to share your opinion respectively in the comment section. See you in the next video.